Alright, welcome back. Ich bin ein bisschen krank. Also fällt mir das Reden ein bisschen schwer. So, mein 10. Skill da hinten. Was ist das? Ah, dieses Auge. So. Jetzt verstehe ich das noch einmal.
Maybe Aaron's and the Vanguards.
Ja, so eine Mission gab es ja auch im ersten Teil. Und genau in demselben Deko. Und mit Monster auf dem Weg.
These bristlebacks are everywhere.
Nein, was für? Gib mir dein Fleischsturm. Oder eher gesagt dein Metall. Hier sind ganz viele Feige.
Sounds like someone's playing.
Another one down! Now this is what I was forged for. No ledgers to fill. No boring mid-afternoon patrols.
Der Typ ist so riesig.
Just the hammer. Just the fight. Aloy?
Aaron!
Jetzt kommt er wieder.
Stay where you are. I'll handle the rest.
I should be down.
Those bristlebacks have acid canisters on their backs. It should trigger a chain reaction if I hit them with acid arrows.
Eine Spur ist jetzt in der Inventar verfügbar. Schalte Spulenplätze für deine Waffen frei, indem du sie verbesserst. Rüste Spulen aus, die du beutest oder kaufst, um die Leistung deiner Waffe zu verbessern. Wo ist der erste eigentlich explodiert? Da hinten, ne? Der hier war der erste, oder? Ja.
Caught me at my best, as usual.
Well, you did the hard part. I just took care of the stragglers. How bad is it?
This? Who needs ribs? Oh. I'm good. I'm good. Huh. Okay, well, I know you didn't come all the way to the Daunt just to watch me get wrecked. So what's the story?
I need the embassy to happen, so I can head west. Erend, what I did at the Spire... what we did... it didn't end the threat. It just slowed it down. There's still more to do.
Really? Well, that's great. I mean, yeah, not the threat's not over part. That's not so great. But hey, whatever you're up against, your spear, my hammer, just like old times.
Erend, I need the embassy now. I can't wait for you to heal.
Couple of days rest, if that.
Actually, even if you weren't hurt, what I have to do, it's better if I do it alone.
Alone. Now that figures.
Erend! I hate to interrupt the romance, but I'm pretty banged up here.
Don't blow your blaze, I'm coming.
This just keeps getting better. Huh. Listen, I'll go to Barren Light, get patched up. If you want this embassy to happen, we're gonna need this Sun Priest, Studius Wadis.
Oh, I know him. I'll clear the Valley of Bristlebacks, then send Wadis to Barren Light. I'll catch up with you there.
Well, I guess that's sort of like a goodbye.
I'm sorry?
You? Sorry? Ugh. Yeah, that'd be a first.
Where is this coming from?
Hey, just, forget it, yeah. Ugh. It's nothing.
It sounds like something.
Ey, ich hab was
Alright,
vergessen. Ich lass das laufen. Ich
No,
bin
after
in
the
einer
battle of the
Minute wieder.
Spire, you took off. You left without so much as a handshake.
I mean, people like me, we fought and bled at your side, Aloy. You just disappear? What kind of person does that?
Erend, look. I'm sorry it wasn't easy for you when I left. And I know it's not easy now, but... what I've been doing... life on Earth is in danger. And only I can save it.
Your life on Earth?
Yeah. Everything dies unless I succeed.
Well, then let me help. Oh,
You can't. There's no machine to fight, no bad guy to kill. What I've got to do, I can't even explain it. Not even to people I care about.
Oh, so much for being useful. Okay,
Erend! By the forge.
I guess that's my cue.
Maybe I should go with you to Barren Light.
No, hey, you're needed elsewhere. Obviously. We'll make it without you.
That doesn't sound good.
You'll have to handle that one on your own. It'll only slow you down.
Nicht so war das, alle.
My lucky day.
Okay, die hat direkt was.
It's a ruin from the old world. Bet I could find something interesting inside.
Ich habe gerade meinen Bart rasiert und war deswegen kurz weg. Ich muss den Rasierer wieder nach oben legen. Ich habe ihn trocknen lassen. Ich hab's noch vergessen. Can't override that now. Need to get data from a cauldron if I can find one. There's the quarry Thurles mentioned. One less machine. And it's full of artifacts.
Oh, that's for a friend. Look at that thing drop!
Another one down.
ich im alten Spiel gelernt, einfach verstecken, warten. Ja, jetzt können die Leute alleine. Die müssen nicht machen. Die müssen nicht unsterblich.
One less machine.
Hey, die haben doch was gelernt. Oh.
Another one down.
Look at that thing drop!
There. Corey's safe.
Stranger, come on over here. We gotta talk. Over here, girl. I wanna thank you.
Ich lasse niemanden sterben.
I don't know what Honora's doing out here, but consider yourself owed. We tried to hold off and wait for the Vanguard, but one of them bristlebacks charged us. Next thing you know was a full-fledged fracas.
Is everyone okay?
We lost some good people, but we would have lost the whole quarry without you.
Well, at least it's quiet now.
Your ears ought to be ringing with a quarry at work, but Chainscrape's whistle ain't blowing, so we're stuck picking up the pieces.
You need the whistle to get back to work?
Me and my crew were just little cogs out here. Can't lift a hammer till Olin blows that
gar
thing.
nicht gut.
Cause if we work without his say-so, he'll ban us. And my people have been through enough.
Ulvund holds that much power?
He's got the money and connections to snuff our fires for good. Almost feels like we stood a better chance with the Bristlebacks.
What are you and your crew working on?
We're supposed to be working Olvin's claim, digging out stone to show our barren light. But the work stoppage and the Bristlebacks cut us short. Never seen those blasted things in a dump before. Where in Forge Fire did they come from?
I'm not sure. At least not yet. I need to get going. Stay safe.
Thanks to you, that might actually be possible today.
Bist du witzig.
I think I've cleared out most of the Bristlebacks. Chainscrape can get back to work now. I'll go give Ulvund the good news. What too. Then maybe this embassy can finally happen.
Ist meine Vorratskiste, ne? Ja. Was ist das hier? Ah, ich muss hier außen lang. Dann hier lang, um das zu kriegen. Das ist Medizin, Konzentration, Fallen. Ich glaube, damit ist am Anfang am besten. R1, 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 R2. Du Idiot. Was ist denn mein Pferd? Du brauchst die Roller. Spring. Gib it up. Was ein Pussy das Ding ist, Alter. Ehrlich, Digga, piss dich. Dieses Holz ist so wichtig. Bewahrt die, okay?
Time to get Ulvin to blow.
Still here, I see.
I cleared out all the bristlebacks.
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered from your shock, time to blow the whistle.
Oh there, not so fast. I'll have to send someone out to confirm the kills. Make sure the valley is safe again. Shouldn't take more than a day or two.
No. You blow the whistle now.
These are innocent Osram lives we're talking about here. Surely the delay...
Either you do it now, or I will.
I knew you could do it! Friends, gather round. The savior of Meridian has done it again. The Bristlebacks are defeated. You. Sound the whistle. Chainscrape is open for business.
Yay.
And Ulvund has agreed to personally pay every worker their lost wages.
Yeah!
That's more like it!
Yeah!
Woo!
Ha-ha!
Yeah! Yeah!
Don't you have an embassy to get to?
Yeah, I guess I do.
Händler sind jetzt verfügbar. Du kannst neue Ausrüstung kaufen, deine Rohstoffe auffüllen und an Händlern unbenötigte Objekte verkaufen. Objekte, in der du zu verkaufen Gegenstände-Kategorie kannst du immer gut verkaufen. Es gibt viele verschiedene Arten von Händlern. Ja, die verschiedenen werden aufgelistet. Ich sag euch ehrlich, bei deiner Kraft.
Maybe Chainscrape's back
Die
to work.
letzten 3 Folgen habe ich auch
Merchants
noch
should be open
aufgenommen.
to trade.
Vielleicht wird das der originäre
I
Auge
should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Barrenlight. Better see what that Karja
Da
magistrate...
habe ich
Brought
schon
out only the good stuff for you, Red.
ein bisschen
Seeing as you got
geredet.
that whistle blowing.
Hey, I've been waiting to get my lucky hammer fixed for days.
You haven't done anything useful like getting rid of any bristlebacks, though, have you? Take your time. I promise you won't be disappointed.
Gewöhnlich wird Karja Militär eingesetzt in dieser Schnellfeuerbogen, am besten für eine kurze Distanz. Diese Mittelstreckenbogen ist ein Spezialität der Ausraum, präzise Feuerladungen, die Gegner den Brand schnell versetzen und lohnen sprengen können. Dieser Bogen, den man auf den Schlüssel von Reinklang findet, verfügt über eine langsame Feuerrate, feuert aber präzise und mächtige Schüsse über Distanz ab. Die Bauteile zerstören können aber anstatt sie abzureißen. Der macht 50 Damage und 25 Rüstung, 12. Was brauchst du denn dafür? Stürmer. Okay. Das sind Spulen. Ich bald das mal alles.
Come back anytime.
Okay, Baby.
Now can I get this fixed?
I can fix your tools. Afraid there's no fixing you.
Und
I've heard of your adventure.
Zimmerrüstung. Shit. Was willst du haben? Gräber. So. Ist es besser als meine?
My armor can help.
Egal, ich zieh's an. Ich spalte meine normale Rüstung noch, ne? Okay. Und es gibt Elektroschutz, das gibt diesen Nahkampfschutz, oder was so ist. Und was ist das?
That should also
Ich sag dir ehrlich. Okay, das ist das. Das ist das erste ohne dem Helm, das ist mit dem Helm. Weil das sieht am besten aus. Na, da, bitte. Ausrüsten muss ich gedrückt halten. Kann ich eine Spule hinzufügen? Ich habe noch keine. Warum wird mir dann gesagt, mach eine Spule rein? Hallo, wer bist du?
The way to Barren Light is clear.
Der
Get
kluge
moving.
Mann,
You're not errant
der
vanguardsman.
Gelehrte.
I will move only when the captain
When I've
says.
cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay.
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
Boah, was ein Löwe,
I'm off to
Digga.
Barren Light, buddies. Like Aloy said, Captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
Das Outfit sieht krass aus.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway. If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence. Hades. Maybe even a guy backup. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first. And maybe take Petra up on that
Ist auch
drink.
im Laden drin, oder? Komm ich hier in den Laden rein? Ja. Der lauf so weiter, Alter. Das ist doch nur ein Ding.
Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
Boah, ich geh auf jeden Fall hier noch
That's a
schlafen.
blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad since you got this place running again. But we still got Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there and show you how that game ends.
Guck
Anyway,
mal, sein Nippel.
right now, I'm just worried about those refugees out from Sunfall. To come all this way enduring Forge knows
Eigentlich ist auch
what.
voll sexistisch, ne?
Shadow Carja refugees.
Frauen sind
What are they
gezwungen.
doing in the Daunt?
Looking for a
Das
new
sind
home, I
Gänsetragen, wenn
gather.
man nicht.
They're camped out by an old trailhead, southwest of here. And therein lies the problem. A Stormbird crashed up on the cliffs last week, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye on the salvage ever since. But the refugees have barred entrance. Mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual. Something about finding a twilight path.
Huh. I never heard them talk about that before.
Yeah, well, these particular Shadow Karja are an odd bunch. But overall, they're peaceful folk. Not that it matters to Talent. He'll crack some heads to get to that salvage. Maybe you could swing by, convince him to set up camp somewhere else?
Dornenrücken.
So the bristlebacks in the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But bless the bellows, you cleared them out and got this place working again. That put a dent in Olvin's plans. Now, if only there were some way to smash them all together and run them out of town.
But how could bristlebacks in the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for them. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give them half a reason, they'll blame the Carja for anything.
Ah, damn Carja slavers.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back. But realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Carja refugees?
Well, they don't call themselves Shadow Carja for one. At least, not anymore. They're some other brand of sun-crazed. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they're peaceful through and through. Don't seem to want for nothing except a place to live, pray, and just enough food to keep from starving.
So they're just camped outside by a trail, blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird, waiting for... what, exactly?
Don't rightly know, but I'll tell you this. Should they ever wise up and salvage it, a Stormbird heart is worth a lot. And if they get there first, then by Ostrom law, it's theirs. Not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law-breaking.
Who is this Tolland Cleanbroker?
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Got a shop here in town. Lived in Chainscrape since there was a Chainscrape. He and Ulvin go back a ways. Like a pair of coals and a campfire, those two.
So Tolland works for Ulvin?
Ha! Ulvin might think so, but Tolland scrapes up his own scams. And he ain't the type to let a few refugees get between him and Stormbird salvage.
So about Ulvund.
Around here, everything's about Ulvund.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Carja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
This concession decree, what is it exactly? And how would it help Ulvund?
It's pig diddle, that's what.
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Carja land. It would mean that any existing ore, stone, and timber claims couldn't be revoked by the Carja. No more risk, no more hesitation for investors back in the claim to pour in the shards and expand their business. And since Ulvund has a stake in all those claims, it would make him richer than a scrapper in a junk heap. Not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram municipality, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an Elderman. He's a sly old badger, I'll give him that. Figures if he keeps up the pressure, eventually the magistrate will sign.
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refugees. Try to convince them to move.
Much appreciated. They have it rough. Don't need Tolland making it rougher.
Petra said Tolland has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first.
Savior, thank you for taking the time. My condolences that you had to endure Ulvund's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Carja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the Bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is Barren Light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
Das war schon
What is
40
this
Minuten.
concession decree?
Nach dem Gespräch höre ich
He
das mal
wants
auf.
the
Ich kann nicht
Sundom
mehr.
to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the Bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How does blaming the Karja for the Bristlebacks help Ulvin get his concession?
Look around. This may be the Sundom, but Chainscrape is all gears and rust and bad ale. Claiming that the Karja loosed the Bristlebacks in order to intimidate Oseram laborers into obedience. Well, let's just say no one here has forgotten the atrocities of the Mad Sun King. Even with the valley working again, Ulvund hopes he can stir up enough resentment against the Karja to call for a strike.
And if the Oseram refuse to work, unless the concession is signed, you won't have a choice.
Correct. The reconstruction of Barren Light must continue.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. Now, I'll find a way to live with him. I have to.
You said the Bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking, then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
Okay. Das wär's, glaube ich, erstmal für heute. Tschüss.